Welcome my friends of the interwebs. Should I say welcome my political friends of the interwebs, because this video will go on my Colonel Richard Hunter channel that has not had a new video on it in how long, Steve?
Oh, what, 6 months?
Forever. No, it hasn't been 6 months. It's been a long time. Well, maybe it has been 6 months. I don't know.
I think you did an update 6, 7 months ago.
I got disgusted with the whole YouTube politics thing because a lot of people don't realize this, but YouTube and Google are censoring conservative thought. And it got to the point where you couldn't make a dime on any of the videos. And it just, yeah, it was ridiculous. My videos would get flagged all the time for hate speech. I was constantly getting, warned or suspended from YouTube for literally for political videos that were not hate speech. Of course, to a liberal like, the people who run the show over there at Google, anything conservative is deemed hate speech. Anyway, so I'm here with Polish Steve.
What's up?
So Polish Steve and I are out to farm today, but you know what is noticeably missing? The serious estrogen that's usually floating around here. It is just the guys today. Kind of like it that way. I thought about asking a couple of girls if they wanted to come shoot, and I thought to myself, you know what, I never really get to shoot. I come here and I film, Steve gets to shoot, the girls get to shoot, and I get to shoot film, I guess.
Yeah, you get to watch.
I get to watch. I get to watch. So anyway, so I've been very busy lately, just a real quick update. Been working on my latest horror film called Necro Shooter. You don't know anything about that, do you, Steve?
Nope, I do know you were doing another film and a movie.
Yes, it is a horror film. I'm not sure how much I'm ready to divulge yet, but it will be starring Haley J. Madison. Look her up, guys. She is all that in a bag of chips. She's actually been in a bunch of movies. Kill That Bitch being probably my favorite movie she's been in. I won't tell you the reason it's called that, but there is a reason. She's been in just a ton of films. She won last year's After Dark movies or After Dark films Scream Queen to Die For, which, hey, they gave her $10,000 in cash, flew her out to LA for a week and put a crown on her head. It was a beautiful thing.
Easy money.
Easy money, that's right. So this horror film is going to star her, Ethan Michael, who is one of the rappers, I guess. And Steve, did you ever see my music video? You never seen my music? Oh, nope. Dude, that was awesome.
I just seen your old one down in Kentucky.
Okay, well, Ethan is one of the rappers in the group Madhouse. They do kind of juggalo stuff. I don't know.
I think I met him here.
I'm an old dude, so what do I know about all that stuff? Yeah, I think you did meet Ethan here. That's right, because he was out here with Daria.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. So anyway, and who else is starring in the film? Shy Marie plays one of the, shall we say, victims. Of course, Daria plays a victim, because we a horror film.
The girls are
always the victims. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. But you guys will hear more about that coming up in the future. But more importantly, we had a debate last night. And I know this is a political channel, so I'm sure that people are going to be interested to hear. I guess I'll take a chance that Google will give me the, the big stink eye over saying something positive on the conservative side. But I got to say, and I don't care what anybody says, Trump kicked her ass, stomped her into the dirt. And I loved the fact that he had Bill Clinton's victims there. A lot of people were like, well, but this doesn't have anything to do with Bill, blah, 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 blah. Well, wait a minute. What they're failing to tell you is that Hillary Clinton attacked these women after her husband sexually assaulted them. In fact, the one woman literally says, Bill Clinton raped me, and then Hillary Clinton threatened me. She was trying to protect the, the empire, the little political empire that they had going on. So I find it interesting that Donald Trump gets caught on tape over a decade ago, guy talking smack with dudes about chicks. Guess that's never happened in the free world before. But then Hillary Clinton literally attacks the rape victims. Literally attacks rape victims, calls them bimbos and trash and trailer trash and all kinds of stuff. But that's apparently okay.
Hey,
I don't get it.
You don't make a cash settlement if you're not guilty of something.
That's exactly right. Paula Jones got over $850,000 of 1995 money?
98.
What do you think that'd be worth today?
Oh, I'd say $1.5 million.
Probably, well, at least $1 million. Probably over $1 million. Probably over $1 million. Yeah, no innocent. Yeah, like I've famously said. Yeah, the last time I didn't rape a chick, I paid her $1 million. Come on. So, but anyway, so I don't know how this is going to work out, but I will tell you this. The Second Amendment is at risk. This election is seriously important. There's going to be at least 2 Supreme Court justices, possibly 3, appointed to the bench. One we know of already. Scalia's seat has to be filled. You know, and when we're talking about firearms decisions that have been made on the bench, usually it goes in favor of the Second Amendment by 1 vote.
Yep.
So if we lose, if they are able to, and I say they, I'm talking about the Democratic Party, if they're able to put 2 or 3 left-wing activist liberal judges, we can kiss our Second Amendment rights goodbye.
For a long time.
Oh, well, the rest of our lives. You and I will never live long enough to see the Second Amendment come back as we know it today. You know, and that's a sad thing, and I don't think a lot of people are putting much thought into that. And people will say, well, Donald Trump's not exactly strong on the Second Amendment. Oh, he's not? He may have said some things years and years ago, but if you look at him now, both his sons are hunters. They are completely supportive of the right to keep and bear arms. And we know what Clinton brings, because Clinton wants to reinstall the Clinton assault weapons ban.
And farther than that, too.
Oh, my God, yeah. You'll be lucky to be able to own a double-barrel shotgun, because that's a multiple round vehicle for death.
Well, they'd like to be able to, by putting you on a list,
oh my God,
no due process thrown out there and take
That's
away
right.
your rights.
That's
what other
right.
rights will they do then?
That's right. That's why I'm of the school of Ted Nugent, in that my concealed carry permit is the Second Amendment. Because anytime you get put on a government list, one thing I'm pretty positive of, at some point you will regret the hell out of letting them know that you have firearms.
Yep.
You will regret it like there's no tomorrow. So, but anyway, we're gonna get to shoot. What do you bring to the farm today?
A few pistols, my Marlin 44, lever gun, my Ruger 1911, a couple Springfields over here, 9mm, 40, and then I've heard it pronounced anywhere from Canik to Janek. It's that Turkish. It's kind of off the Walter PPQ platform.
Right. It's a nice shooting gun. I shot it the last time we were here.
For $309, how can you go wrong?
You can't beat that.
And
you really can't.
Pretty much all I've shot through it has been this inexpensive, well, not really inexpensive anymore, steel case, bimetal stuff, and no problems yet. So
yeah. Well, hey, while I'm manning the camera, grab the rifle that I brought. Okay, this is what I brought to the party. It is an M1 Grand, but what's special about it, Stephen?
It's in 22 long.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I re-racked around in there. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right.
We could literally rain lead right now.
So who makes that?
I don't know. Let's see. Kingston Armory,
Kingston
Liberty, New York.
There you go, Kingston Armory. I don't know how it shoots, but I will
find out.
I will say this. Although it is a 22, it was extremely expensive for a 22. But it supposedly weighs identical to the M1 Grand. So if you want to train on an M1 Grand, this is an inexpensive way to do it. Of course, if you can find the ammo. Yeah. You know, and from time to time that gets very difficult because, you know, the administration that we have. So anyway, that's it. Sorry I have not been around, but like I said, you know, Google and YouTube, they censor conservative thought. It really gets discouraging, and at some point you just kind of give up on it. Although I got more to say, and I should go ahead and say more. I doubt that YouTube, listen, I doubt that YouTube will monetize this video. That's the thing that they're killing us with, because they don't deem conservative thought as advertising friendly.
I've also heard they've been going after anything that involves a gun.
Yeah, it's dark times. Hey, listen, it's dark times. You know, nobody in the firearms community is making jack squat for money, unless you've got Patreons that are supporting you in different ways. But as far as AdSense money, it's not even enough to pay for your ammo. It just really isn't. Anyway, that's all I got. Let's get to throwing some lead down range. Everybody take care. See ya!